Hi, what's going on? It's October 8th, 2024, Tuesday. Not going to recap what I did, my predictions and all that, whatever. They're just loose stream of consciousness stuff, so there's no need to really go over that. But let's see, we got some NFL. So Deshaun Watson walked out of a football game, which I think is interesting. It was a fourth down, and he just leaves. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to start over. This is on X. Somebody tweeted this. Also, bowl of ramen for lunch. Chicken flavor. Can't beat it. A little bit of sriracha, bacon bits mixed in. If I had some chicken, I'd take a can of chicken, throw it in there, but we don't have any chicken right now. We're broke.
At first and goal, I don't think they imagined fourth down being from the 8.
Play clock's under 20 already, and here comes the crowd.
They can't waste another timeout here, can they?
Looks like they're gonna.
Oh my God, Kevin Stefanski has to be sick.
So too many men.
When he saw Watson coming to the sideline.
Yeah, it's smart by Stefanski. His opportunity to go for
He's walking off, taking his helmet off.
the second. Deshaun Watson.
He's clearly frustrated. Okay, my understanding was that he went to the locker room, but that's probably false. But yeah, he walks off the field, and too many men on the field, he walks off, and he just is like, whatever, and they kicked a field goal when they wanted to go for it. It was like a fourth down or something. So I think Deshaun Watson is probably the greatest con man in history, because his contract, according to SpotTrack.com, which I have no idea what that is. Oh, it shows all of his fines and everything. That's crazy. Let's go to contract details. He has a 2022 to 2026 extension, which is his current contract. It's 5 years, $230 million. So per year, $46 million. The signing bonus of $44,965,000. Gross to date, he's got 230. Right? Is that gross to date at sign? Oh, 230 at sign. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, he's got a 5-year contract. And this is actually pretty cool. Let's look at the transactions. So on August 29th, they converted $44.79 million of the 2024 salary into a signing bonus and added one void year, clearing $335.832 million of the cap. September 22nd, he was fined $10,927 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay. He was fined that twice, it looks like. And then an additional fine that day for taunting a gun celebration. This site is cool. I don't know the accuracy, but SpotTrack.com has all of this fines and suspensions. You can look up career earnings. But that's how much money Deshaun Watson's costing. He's been playing like absolute shit. Definitely not like that much money. They should have just kept Flacco, but I'm pretty sure they got this deal done. It was a 2022 extension, so they already had the extension. But they should have just kept Flacco. He's playing way better for the Colts. So Browns lose to the Commanders 34-13, which I was pretty sure would happen. That's pretty on par with what the end score for the Cowboys was. I think it was like 33-13. That's crazy close. But the Colts with Flacco do lose to Jacksonville 34-37. Jacksonville gets their first win? Yeah, their first win against the Colts with Flacco. I don't know that if they had Richardson, they'd be much better off. That's a pretty high scoring game. I thought that the Colts were going to hold Jacksonville to fewer points and win that way, like some of their other games. Yeah, but that was the craziest thing I saw was Deshaun Watson just walking off the field there after too many men and then just forcing to kick a field goal. And he just takes his helmet off and is dejected. I don't know why I thought that he had went to the locker room. Somebody probably posed it that way. I also I've been hearing people call into some Cleveland radio stations and just giving QBR ratings with no context, giving one and then giving the other. And the radio host asks what that is, and he's like, oh, it's Deshaun Watson versus Baker Mayfield QBRs. He's getting pissed off. Like, everybody's just like, we should have kept Baker Mayfield. Should have kept Baker Mayfield. Should have kept Joe Flacco. I don't know. The Browns just make horrible decisions. I just recall a draft. I think it was the Lamar draft. Let me look this up. And the 2018 draft. So you look at the 2018 draft. Let's see, Pro Football Reference. Let's see if they have. I want the actual, Okay. So Cleveland takes Baker Mayfield with the number 1 overall pick. And then, so that's who they took that year. And I think that was coming off of Lamar Jackson's, Heisman season. Did he win the Heisman? It was Baker Mayfield. Okay. So Baker Mayfield won it, and they took Baker Mayfield. That's fine. But I think everybody that watched college football... Okay, let me take this back. He's going to get probably drafted number 1 overall because they have to. I mean, they go through their whole process of figuring out which quarterback they want. But I'm at that draft, and I'm like, dude, Lamar? Come on, Lamar Jackson? Are we really not going to take Lamar Jackson? Because everybody seemed to want to convert him to a receiver. But just as a casual fan, I don't see really where that came from. So Cleveland could have picked Lamar Jackson. He was picked 32nd to Baltimore. And then here's some of the other players that Cleveland could have drafted, because they also drafted Denzel Ward with the 4th pick. The only 2 players picked between them, Saquon Barkley and Sam Darnold, which Sam Darnold now looks great. The Jets are just a poverty franchise. You go there to die, and if you get drafted there, rip to your career. Hopefully it ends up like Sam Darnold's where you get a resurgence, but geez. And then after that you have Bradley Chubb. Okay, that's fine. Josh Allen. Right, let's just look at other quarterback options, potentially running back options for their offense, because their offense looks like ass. Their defense is good. That might be attributed to the picks that they took here, but Myles Garrett's not on this list. So Josh Allen, Calvin Ridley, Atlanta, Lamar Jackson. Oh, they took Nick Chubb. Great pick. So they actually got a running back in the 2nd round. That's actually great. He's no longer there, but that's awesome. Yeah, you could have had Lamar Jackson, you could have had Sam Darnold, both great quarterbacks. You take Baker Mayfield, not bad. Now you're seeing he's not horrible. So maybe that's just the way the Cleveland organization is. But it's the only one worse that I can think of is the Jets, which brings us to the Jets. The Jets are a prime example of over-promising and under-delivering. They lose to Minnesota 23-17. We talk about Sam Darnold on Minnesota on an absolute roll. They are 2-3, which is recoverable, which is probably why they fire Robert Saleh this morning. That is actually, I was talking with a few friends last night, and and one of them was saying, dude, you give me the reins to an NFL team, we're winning at least 3 games. Okay? So we're talking, what team would you like to go, or what team could you realistically go to right now that would fire their coach after the season and that you could do well with? Obviously, we're talking about Robert Saleh. We think that he would get fired at the end of the season. Didn't think he would get fired this morning. And I think the consensus amongst us was it's not his fault. It's just the Jets. They're horrible. As a franchise, they're just awful. And I don't think firing Robert Saleh is going to fix it, but it is still repairable at 2-3. Aaron Rodgers goes there, and what happens? They maybe get a few other free agent signings, their young talent that they have. And I don't know if it's just Jets fans or if it was the team trying to sell this, but I had my reservations even at the beginning of the season when we did our preview that I didn't know that the Jets were going to be good. It seemed like it was a far-gone conclusion that the Jets were going to have a fantastic season, and I wasn't buying it. And this is sort of why. I mean, we've seen Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have horrible starts and then go on this incredible run to get to the playoffs, and once you're in the playoffs, it's Aaron Rodgers football, baby. But this just feels different. Somebody sold us. Sports media, the Jets, a combination of both, their fans, all of the above. It's made it sound like this Jets team was going to the fucking Super Bowl. And that's not at all it. I'm not buying it, and Robert Saleh gets fired. So I'm not surprised. On a lighter note, the Cowboys pick up a nasty win against the Steelers. I've kind of just been indifferent to them lately. The Cowboys, not the Steelers. I watched the game, and I fully expect the Steelers to win. I'm not picking the Cowboys in pretty much any game. But it's a close game all the way down to the end. Pretty decent play. Let me just pull it up. This is the type of stuff that happens if you're a Cowboys fan, okay? They're playing pretty abysmally, especially this season. And it's a close game, but, we don't know what's going to happen. The Cowboys have a chance to win, and you get your hopes up because you're like, oh, I kind of expected us just to lose. We're not playing very well. Neither is the other team. Or in the case of when we played, like, not the Ravens. I don't think it was the Ravens. There was a team that we played where we got close. Oh, it was the Ravens. They almost let us back in the game. You start to believe, oh, they can possibly do this, and then they blow it. So this is one of those games where I'm thinking, okay, they've got me hooked. They've got me on the reel. I'm like a fish, right? I'm hooked because now here we are. We're driving down the field. Lipke gets a little bit of a run, and he gets down, the 4, okay? And then we're running all these plays in the end zone. I am at 13-17 in the video, and I'm going to play it now. So we try to hit Tolbert on 3rd and goal. I'm figuring it's 4 down territory. He gets hit in the dick or something, dude. He's hurt. It's 4th and goal. I'm like, here we go. 13-17, 4th and goal. We're going to blow it. We have one chance. Something's going to happen. We're going to blow it. Well, we don't. We actually hit Tolbert. I expect all-out blitz by the Steelers or something, put Dak under pressure, and it's over. But no, we actually score the touchdown at the end of the game. And there's really not enough time for the Steelers to do anything about it. Good pass to Tolbert, who got hit in the dick the play before and was going to go out of the game. So thank God he stays in. Just runs across the goal line. A little misdirection from a crossing route, and he gets enough space, gets the ball, holds it, touchdown. And we win the game. But I'm like, at this point, they've reeled me into the game. My heart is beating so fast because I'm like, oh God, we have a chance to win this. But I didn't care before. They're very good at making me think that they can win the game, but then blowing it. And it's like, well, why did I even get my hopes up? So today, this week, I'm happy. We got to win. Who knows what we're going to do, if we're going to figure things out. Still looks like we don't have it figured out. But the Steelers are an elite defense, and I didn't think we would run as well as we did. Happy that we did, but I thought the Steelers were going to have a better chance running the ball against us, and they didn't. So that was surprising with all the injuries we had on defense. Yeah, we got to win. I'm happy. On to the next week. Saints-Chiefs was last night. Saints look like they've fallen off a little bit. Yeah. Saints look like they've fallen off in a game where Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw a touchdown pass at all. I thought he was going to have at least 2 and an interception. He throws the interception. So does Derek Carr. I also thought Derek Carr was going to throw an interception. He gets that one early. No touchdown passes from Patrick Mahomes. They beat the they beat the Saints pretty easily. Didn't actually watch the game, but this brings me to something that I've been increasingly more upset with, is that you got to have so many different streaming platforms just to fucking watch all the games that used to just be for free. Like, put the Monday night game, like, let us watch it. I don't know if it's just a matter of I don't have the channel in my area or what it is. No, because my dad has said the same thing. He can't watch the Monday night. I think we can probably watch Sunday night on NBC. We can. I watched the Cowboys game. We can watch Sunday night on NBC. Prime. I have Prime, right? Because fuck it, at this point, Prime is just a part of reality. So that's not too bad because I don't have to pay for their streaming service. The day that it's not included in Prime, they create their own streaming service and you got to pay more money for that. Fuck out of here with that shit. I've already got pause menu ads, so many ads in between everything. Like, it's just ridiculous. Our entire economy is based on advertising. But I'm fucking, like, if they're a solo game, just play it on regular TV. Just put it over the airwaves. I get there's like 1 billion fucking games during, like, the opening slot, the 12 a.m. slot or 11 or wherever you're at. But come on, man. Like, I get to watch those games. I don't get to watch every one, but I get to watch the one in my area, which is all I care about. Same for the 325, which is cool. But all this fucking only putting it on the streaming platform shit is bullshit. And I think that's only happening with ESPN, really. It's only going to get worse, and I'm tired of it. So I did not watch the game last night. I just followed along with the Gamecast. It's whatever, I don't care. Chiefs get it done. 3-peat, dude, it's 3-peat. Are you kidding me? What are we talking about? At the beginning of the season, everybody's like, oh, I don't think the Chiefs will 3-peat. Dude, we're 5 games in. They're undefeated. They're having an easier time this year than they did last year. And what did they do last year? They repeated. So I think we need to start thinking about that as an actual real possibility now, instead of just dismissing it as like, no, I don't think the Chiefs will do it because I don't want them to do it. They might fucking do it. WNBA Aces are knocked out. They won a game. So consolation prize, participation ribbon. Congrats, you won one game against the Libs. Now they're going to go and destroy whoever they play, which is going to be Connecticut Sun or Minnesota Lynx. You've got game 5 tonight. Everything looks like the Lynx are going to win. At least that's what the algorithms are saying. So I hope the Sun win, just because. But it doesn't really matter. Whoever plays the Libs is going to lose. So I don't know when you could have locked that bet in. I was on the Aces because they're my team, so I always thought that they had a chance. I even thought that they might be able to come back from, reverse sweep this thing. Anyway, the finals are coming up. Last game's tonight. So that'll be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they make whoever wins, the Sun or the Lynx, if they make it a competitive finals. But I think in the end, I don't think it's going to matter. Liberty are stacked. NBA preseason just kicked off. I'm excited about that. As a Spurs fan, that gets me geeked for sure. I'm going to pull up some highlights. Stephon Castle had a dunk that I really want to show. I'm excited for him to get some playing time. We've got Chris Paul, who played for Lob City Clippers. So he knows how to throw the ball in the air. And he had Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. Well, now he's got Victor Wembanyama to lob that thing up to. So it was successful in LA. It's probably going to be successful here. I expect us to go to the playoffs. I expect us to go over in our wins. I have very high expectations for this team. Bringing in Stephon Castle, still having Trey Jones. We have pretty good guards now. We're able to let point guards be point guards. Let shooting guards and other guards play their actual position. So I think it'll be nice. We can get the ball moving around. We've got the point guard on our team. We don't need him to be fantastic. We need him to get the ball to our best players. And we need our role players to hit their shots. So the Spurs played the Thunder in this opening preseason game. Got a few highlights here, but what I'm really looking for is Stephon Castle dunk.
Feeling confident. Castle.
Boom! There it is. That was just the best play I saw from that game. Good to see Stephon Castle getting some playing time. I think he's going to get some good playing time early in the season as well. He might even be a starter. But yeah, high expectations for the season, honestly. So stoked that we're finally getting back to the NBA. UFC 307, Pereira gets a nice knockout. So he's beating the crap out of Khalil Roundtree. Just precision striking, and he hits really hard. Kicks to the body. Jabs, like crushing jabs, and the hooks are insane. I mean, those kicks look like they fucking hurt. Roundtree's face is just fucked. Ugh. In this fight, he looks insane. Like he's... the knee in the middle, too. He's just looking like an insane... He's already an insane striker, but he looks... The way he's evading punches and countering with his own seems to me to be improved than his other fights. He's just taken it on the chin before. And it's just so bloody. Roundtree's face is pouring blood. And it's the body punches that put him down too. It's not even... He hits him so hard to the body. And I think I saw something somewhere where Mark Goddard was saying... I'll have to find it, but Mark Goddard was saying that how many fights has he called? Has he officiated? And he has not heard punches like the sound that it makes when Pereira punches. He said it's ungodly. And people have already talked about Pereira, like, I don't know, summoning spirits or using spiritual power, which is an insane thing that people are talking about. But Yuri's like, yeah, he uses spirits. And they're like, yeah, I'm a spiritual person too. I have spirits. It's crazy that that's the way people are talking about it. Like, this dude, I don't know. That's nuts. I think somebody should do an edit of just like those sick UFC edits where him and Prohaska, or even him and Roundtree, just him summoning the spirits to beat the shit out of these people. It's insane. Okay, last topic I want to talk about is MLB playoffs. I need to check in on this because I'm not paying attention. Let's see. MLB. Tigers, Guardians, ALDS. The Tigers tie it up 1-1. Beat the Guardians by 3 runs. Royals, Yankees. Royals win game 2 4-2, and that series is tied 1-1. Phillies, Mets, they are on game 3 tonight. That is tied 1-1 as well. And the Dodgers, Padres also 1-1. They play again tonight. So, I mean, we've got a series here in all 4 of these divisional series. It's 1-1 going into game 3. So, early on, teams might break away, but this is pretty competitive. This is what you like if you're a baseball fan. I'm not really paying attention since the Astros are out, and a lot of people don't give a fuck because the Astros are cheaters. Okay, well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Cry about it. But we're out, so you're welcome. You get a little bit of happiness. I have absolutely no idea. It's cool to see the Dodgers where they're at. It's good to see the Dodgers doing well. Shohei in the playoffs. Like, this is what you want if you're a baseball fan. You've got Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers in there, and the Yankees still going. Imagine if you get Yankees-Dodgers as a World Series. Like, oh my gosh. Just home run city, probably. That'll be fun to watch. I usually only watch during the World Series anyway, so that'll be fun. But either way you go, I mean, you get Mets. That's good for the Mets fans, too. Like, imagine. This is just crazy. You get Mets-Yankees. That would be sick. Yeah, good time for baseball. Anyway, that's it. I'm coming up on the end of my lunch break. I still got all of this shit to eat. Y'all have a beautiful week. I'll see y'all next week. See ya.
What? What's that smell?
The cologne?
No.
Opportunity.
No. Money.
Okay.
I smell money.
Okay.